This is Revelations. It says, I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Revelations chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Call halal, Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rekha Kadash, and the water, Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, for the spirit and truth. And as always, giving double honors to my apostles, the head elders of Great Millstone over Wall out in New York. All right, they taught me this truth through the spirit, Brakathum. All right, and as always, salutations to the Zakwani Wa'akim across the four corners of the earth, teaching the truth in sincerity, faith, and honesty. And as always, Shalom Wa'abathum, Laha B'chayim, Shaya Sha'ala, which is peace and love to the elect of Israel. All right, we are the real Hebrew Israelites, the biblical Israelites. All right, scattered across the four corners of the earth, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. All right, Revelation chapter 2, verse 9, I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
Say hello.
All right, and this video is called Baltimore. This is what poverty is. It's like, this is what poverty in the U.S. looks like, okay? And as you can see, all right, this clip is starting off, all right, with Jake, okay?
Ode to Jackson, a citizen of the wealthiest country the world has ever known. And yet, he's clothed in handouts. His parents can't find work. They have no home of their own. And every morning, they come to the Manor House charity, where the poor of Baltimore meet for a little food, warmth, and compassion. What is your message to President Trump?
Come and help us. Instead of critiquing us, come help us. And you will see that we need help. Bad.
Like much of America.
This is etymology of poverty. It says beggary, the condition of one destitute of riches and abundance. You go deeper into this word, it says to be a beggar, to beg, to be poor. All right? So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, we are poor, man. All right, we live check to check, okay? All right, we don't own anything, man, all right? But yet and still, a lot of people are proud. You're going deeper to the word, it says reduced to beggary, begging, asking alms, all right? Now, in the truth, we ask, for alms and we send alms. All right, but that's in the body. But ultimately, as a whole, the whole head is sick, man, All right, we are all messed up, man. We jacked up, bro. These curses, the Lord did a number on us, man. And that's why the scriptures say, I have seen princes walking the ground as servants, and servants upon horses as princes, man. Because the Lord did a number on the so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American Indians. We are in the ghettos, we're in the projects, and we poor. All right? It says, asking alms, destitute of wealth. All right, we're destitute of wealth, man. All right, brothers gave up everything for this truth. Influence, position, honor. It says lowly afflicted. All right, destitute of Christian virtues and eternal riches. Helpless, okay, helpless, powerless to accomplish an end. Poor, needy, lacking in anything as respects their spirit. Destitute of wealth, of learning and intellectual culture, which the schools afford. Men of this class most readily give themselves up to Hamashiach teaching. Damn, that's heavy. I ain't even read this. Damn, that's beautiful. All right. Hey, because this goes back to when Yahawashi, I forgot the name of those disciples, but he called them. He said, look, and it said in straight way they dropped their poles, man. When he said, follow me and I'll make you fishers of men. Okay. Because what? They were destitute of wealth. Obviously out there fishing, right? So it says destitute of wealth, all right, of learning and intellectual culture. And our people, all right, have a heavy diagnosis of being uneducated, man. All right? Okay? All right? The schools is teaching you bullshit. All right? You go to college to learn bullshit. Okay? It says wealth of learning, destitute of wealth of learning and intellectual culture, which the schools afford. Check this out. Men of this class most readily give themselves up to Hamashiach's teaching. Is that not what we did? Being poor? The scriptures say we dead to this world, man. For Hamashiach's teachings, man. That's why the Lord said, and I was just meditating on this at work right before I got off. Okay, this morning. The Lord said, abide in me and I in you, man. We abide in the word and the Lord is abiding with us. His teachings. That's why he said, if a man love me, he will keep my sayings, man. Okay. That's why he said, blessed are the poor, for they are rich. Okay. In the kingdom. It says, improve themselves, fitted to lay hold on a heavenly treasure. Come on, man. I don't gotta read no more after that, bro. All right. So that's why Revelations 2:9 says, I know, Revelations 2:9, I know thy works in tribulation. We are a nation, all right, of great oppression, man. All right. Look at that. I didn't even know that. It says oppression, affliction, tribulation, distress, straits. All right, everywhere you turn for so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indian, is persecution, trials, okay, court systems, all right, getting hemmed up, all right, behind bars. Anything you do that will get you out of the spirit, right? You are liable to going off, man, and being hemmed up by Esau's rules and regulations, man. All right, you walk outside, you are subject, okay, to going off. All right. That's why the scriptures say, fight the good fight of faith, man. All right, it takes men of faith to actually walk this walk and believe in YAHAWASHI with all their heart, man, and all their soul. Being poor, being in the ghettos, being in the projects. It says in poverty, all right, which we went into that word, okay. But thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews. Who say they are Jews? Esau, Edom. Who living in our land? Esau, Edom. Chiefly Amalekites, man. Okay. All right. It says, and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Okay. So now, finish off this video, and I'm going to go into this word here.
This is a story of two worlds. Baltimore is actually something of a boomtown these days, but it doesn't feel like it in many parts of the city. In this economy, there is no trickle down. Gun crime is surging here. Baltimore was even more violent than Chicago last year.
Yeah, it kind of said Baltimore was more violent than Chicago last year. This was in the year 2018, man. And who can you blame for that? So-called black-on-black crime? Esau, Edom. Hey, Tupac said it best in his song Changes, I think. One of them songs he came out with, which he was going off too, but he sit back, watch them kill each other. All right, so, and there's all type of evidence out there of Esau, Edom, all right, filling the trains up, all right, with with guns, or an arsenal, if you will, okay, and letting Jake have an all-out war amongst themselves. But that was to prophecy to be fulfilled, because we're under the curses. Scripture say that I shall be evil towards thy brother, man. So it's just the curses, bro.
By gang turf wars. For some of its residents, this is a city where selling your body or selling drugs is the only job available.
Yep, curses.
If you want to know what poverty in America looks like, well, this is it. Incredibly, this entire block here is pretty much made up of
and who's living in these divisions, man? Who's living in these subdivisions? Jake, man. And Jake has no problem, you know, living like this, man. Jake is used to this, man. This is the etymology of the word ghetto. All right. It says a quarter of a city in which Jews were formerly required to live. So it says a quarter of a city in which Jews were formerly required to live. So who lives in the ghettos? You Jakes, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. We are the real Hebrew Israelites, man. Okay? And they know this. That's why I brought out Revelations 2:9. I know thy poverty. What is the word poverty? Matter of fact, we got to get it again. Through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. And Lord's word is edifying to you younger, Aki, and first and foremost to myself, okay? Because, bro, we are the people of the Bible, bro. We the only people on the planet Earth that fit these curses, bro. Okay? So stop running from this shit, bro. This is just reality. And this is red letter. This is YAHAWASHI's word. All right? So let's go back into this word poverty. Strong's G4432. All right, I can't pronounce this in Greek. Okay, I'm not even going to give it a try. I don't want to go off. All right, but it says beggary, destitute of riches, right? Destitute of riches. Okay. It says to be poor, and then after that, all right, going deeper into the word, okay, it says lowly, afflicted. It says destitute of wealth, of learning and intellectual culture, which the schools afford. Men of this class most readily give themselves up to Hamashiach's teachings. So what is this telling you? This is telling you that the prophets, even Yahawashi himself, came out of the ghettos, man. Yahawashi himself grew up in the ghetto, man. All right, Nazareth. All right, Yahawashi himself, the disciples, what? They came out of the ghettos, man. Okay. That's why Yahawashi said, "Follow me, and I'll make you fishers of men." Okay. And they said, "We have forsaken all. What shall we get?" He said, "Verily, verily, I say unto you of a truth, ye that have forsaken many," it says what here? "Improve themselves through what? Enduring, suffering for the word's sake, fitted to lay hold on the heavenly treasures," man. All right. So if we be a part of that number, Romans 8:17, bro. We suffer with him, we're going to be glorified with him, bro. That's why he said, "Blessed are them that mourn, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." Okay.
Abandoned houses. Incredibly, some people are still living in between this, though.
Yep. Jake.
Under President Obama, poverty
Edomites
grew in
living down
America,
there.
and President Trump says he's going to fix it. He's going to deal with what he calls the carnage in America.
Right, and the only Edomites living down here is the Edomites that the curses is falling upon on, man. All right.
Of crime, of drugs, of gangs, of violence, and of poverty. Well, there are a few places
Yep, he just said it, poverty.
Than Baltimore. Marcus Alsop has lived here for 40 years. He repairs the city's homes. An eyewitness to the worst Baltimore has to offer.
The poor living are in the single houses, the row house in Baltimore City, where they're generally rat infested, regardless of what you do as a person living there.
Generally rat infested, man. Okay. Most of Jake's apartments, they got roaches, man. All right. We fit the curses, man. We are in the poors. We in the slums. We in the ghettos, man. We in the projects. Why you think Jake goes so hard when he sell out, man? Here it is. You got this guy, Zion Williamson. What did Eminem say in one of his songs? He said, "You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes one in a lifetime." Okay? So when you get that opportunity, what? Esau Edom wants you to sell out because you are the greatest people on the planet Earth and you are in poverty. Okay?
Roaches, mice, an epidemic in bed bugs. The neighborhoods are falling apart, not because the people are bad people. We're underpaid, undereducated, and so many of us have been living like this for the second and third generation until we don't even know how to change. Despair is a way of living.
There it is, bro. All right? There you got it, bro. All right? More proof that we are the people of the Bible, man. Now, let me read this article, man. Through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. Because it don't just stop right there, bro. Okay? It don't just stop right there, bro. This shit is deep, man. This was all orchestrated. And this was all set up and planned by the so-called white man, Esau Edom, self-proclaimed white man. Forgive. All right? That's another article for another video. Slakia. All right? Hey, gotta be hot, gotta be hot for this thing, man. All right, so look at the title of this video, this article from Timeline, okay, timeline.com. It's called "The Federal Government Created Inner City Ghettos with Racist Housing Regulations. Legalized discrimination through redlining was still very much allowed by the summer of 1960s." Yeah, and in the early 1900s, Our people was going through it, bro. Okay. All right. Okay. Don't. You know, and that's the thing about Jake. Jake got it easy in these times, bro. All right. But when them horns from Esau, Edom get ready to show in these last days, then you gonna know that you are a slave, man. You ain't nothing but a number, bro. All right, you ain't nothing but a number. You so-called Negro, Latino, African, Indian need to wake up, man. You ain't nothing but a number. All right, you were emancipated, man. You were given over to corporations. All right. Not only do the scriptures say you brought with a price, okay, you don't even own yourself, man, physically and spiritually. So why are you proud, man? Do the work, man. All right. Find out who you are and to the best of your ability, please YAHAWASHI, man. So I'm going to just read a little bit of this because this is very lengthy and this is a beautiful article, man. I wish I had time to read it all, but Jake got a short attention span. All right. It says, from Detroit to Atlanta, Newark to Cambridge, right, and all these places is straight poverty, straight ghettos, straight projects. Conditions in American ghettos were largely the same. Now remember, what does the word ghetto mean, man? All right, a place where Jews were pushed in, roughly the same, man. Okay. Though of poverty were largely the same, even when the neighborhoods that housed them different. But ghettos didn't just happen by accident. They were primarily in cities of the Northeast and the Midwest, formed during the first half of the 20th century. That formation came as a direct result of specifically racist government policies, economic and labor factors that drastically disadvantaged black workers, okay, which we know that black is not a nationality, it means void of light. So it's talking about the so-called Negroes, okay, and ultimately all the tribes, okay, and actual racial violence that made it impossible for blacks to live in other neighborhoods, man. So in this time when Esau seen our people living, okay, when Esau Edom seen our people coming over to their neighborhoods, guess how they were treated? Guess how our people were treated when they so-called made it out? All right? I'm going to show you. Because you Jakes, and I'm doing this video for you soon-to-be believers. Because the closer we get into the end of the time, the scripture saying Amos 8, they shall search from sea to sea, man. Salakia. That's not it. Forgive. Here it is. All right. This is what happened. This is what happens when Jake get money, all right, and wants to get out, want to make a way out. Why you think Jake be like, I made it out, made a way, nigga, I made it, you know, so forth and so on. Because Jake wants out of poverty. So in order for Jake to get out of poverty, he feels that he has to sell out, okay, rather than taking heed to the law, statutes, commandments in the spirit. But the Lord giving them over to these spirits, man, because they were rejected, because they rejected him. But nonetheless, this is what happened to Jake when you get up there, man. All right. And then you feel like you want to move out and go into the Edomite neighborhoods. It's how you get treated. Okay. Hey, and like I said, in the early 1900s, now this is the late 1900s, going into the 20th century. So how much more, you know, that's the spirit. I didn't even know that, but this is in the late 1900s. Now look at how our people were getting treated then, man. Just blatantly just throwing out nigga, just nigga that, nigga get out of here. Man, if an Edomite come up to any Jake, a 2/3 Jake, and say nigga, he getting slapped. Fuck a punch. I'm telling you, I done seen it. Okay? Jake going in, bro. With all that nigga shit, bro. And bro, you can't say that at the job. You can't just walk up to a Jake and be like, nigga. Jake everywhere now, bro. So what? The curses are befalling our enemies, man. Slowly but surely. Though it tarry, wait for it, man. Okay? You don't belong here, man.
Down this block, and it's white people start saying, "Get out of here, niggas. You know, get out of my neighborhood. Don't come to this neighborhood." Then they start hitting on her, throwing rocks and everything else. Throwing rocks. We were in their neighborhood. We went on a bike hike to McDonald's. We didn't mean to bother anybody. We had a nice parade. We saw a gathering.
Going back to the article, was this on accident? I digress. Okay. The federal government created inner city ghettos with racist housing regulations. Okay. Going back to the point. All right. In the first half of the 20th century, the black population went from a mostly rural southern population to an urban northern one. In 1900, about 90% of the black population lived in the South, with the majority in rural areas. By 1970, which that clip was actually in 1978, I think? However, about 70% lived in the cities, a majority in the North. A complicated set of factors. Why? Because Jade has the spirit. This is why you look at our people today, even in their wickedness, in their folly, they still dominant. Okay? Influential. That's the word, the water. YAHAWASHI. Why? Because the Lord spirit is on our people, man. So the spirit that's in our people is the spirit of life. All right? It's a spirit of flavor, man. Okay? Salt, baby. That's why YAHAWASHI said if you take the salt out of the earth, then how shall it be how shall there be a savior? All right? Or a flavor, man. Okay? For lack of better terms, man. All right? We are the salt of the earth. This is why you can't get rid of them. What they say, we don't die, we multiply. It's not do not Ephraim means fruitful. All right? Did not when we come out of Egypt, we was an exceeding army, exceeding nation. Okay? All right? Okay? That's why these days is over, bro. Ain't no more going back to that. All right? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. So rejoice, man, for your redemption draweth nigh. Ain't no more of that. All them gonna have to pay for that, bro. Everything. A complicated set of factors created what became known as the Great Migration. But a fundamental force meaning what? Put together, man. It was funded. Right? By who? The elites. Force was the fact that white laborers in the North were unionizing. Okay? That's one thing about Edom. They stick together, man. Even in this Third World War. They are under who? The elites. It's all played out. It's all orchestrated. To cut costs, factory owners began to actively recruit black male labor from the South. So to cut costs, they started to what? Gain Jake into their facilities, man. Until what? Now you got Jake as the supervisor and the manager, man. Jake owning businesses, man. Jake running the corporations, man. This is what happened when you get a little salt in you. They knew they could pay these men lower wages than their white counterparts, and could also be confident that their hiring of black men was unlikely to result into interracial working class resistance to the overall lowering of wages. So what Esau ultimately had a what? He funded, all right, a racist lifestyle, man. And this was in earlier 1900s. Okay. See, this was in the earlier 1900s. All right, this picture here says demonstration against a black family moving into an all-white neighborhood in Falkirk, Pennsylvania, a suburb in Philadelphia in 1960. So this is an image of a protest against black people, so-called black people moving into a Edomite neighborhood, man. They are actually protesting because so-called black people, who are the biblical Israelites, the greatest people on the planet Earth, And all these devils out here, all these spirits is back, okay? All right? But guess what? All these people going into slavery, man. And all these, and those same Jakes that they did this to, guess what? They gonna be their slaves, man. I'm not gonna even claim them as my slaves. Lord's will, the Jakes who, that family, all these people, this whole neighborhood be they slaves in the kingdom, man. All right? Because see, you people are gonna realize that the spirit is life, man. All right? The flesh die daily, but the spirit lives, man. And that's the power of YAHAWASHI to choose us, the greatest nation on the planet Earth, man. In his image, okay? So we in the end of this Edomite supremacy, man. All right? Protesting because a family moved in your neighborhood. I'm telling you, today you will get flexed on, man. I'm telling you, bro. And that's why we got to be spiritual, bro. Because if we was carnal, bro, we'll get gassed out. We are powerless. What was one of the definitions for poverty? Powerless. Okay? We don't have no power, bro. All we got is faith, man, and hope. Okay? Which is the truth. Because YAHAWASHI is our faith, bro. Okay? And guess what, bro? When YAHAWASHI come, every knee shall bow. Segregated unions weren't the only problem for black migrants. As they arrived north in greater numbers, they were met with severe racial violence in neighborhoods and at work. So what? You got articles out there of Edomites putting on the doorposts or on their locker rooms or on the bathroom stalls, "I'll kill you niggas, I'm gonna hang you niggas," at the workplace, man. It's videos out there. Matter of fact, it's a Jake. He was a supervisor, all right? And he would go into the locker room, all right? And this was not that long ago. And he had, he was on the news because he had his workers saying they're going to hang him and kill him. They know where he stayed and all that. So he was getting threatened at his job, okay? That's why it says violence in neighborhoods and at work. Given the dominant white supremacy, all right, I'm going to just say Edomite supremacy. I don't want this video to be taken down, you know. View that simply touching a black body could ultimately lead to disease. So, bro, Esau is bugged out, bro. Because if touching us leads to a disease, then why the sun killing you, bro? You tweaking. It says Edomites fiercely defended their property in neighborhoods. All right. Neighborhood boundaries became racial boundaries. We tend to think of race war, and this is what's coming back. This spirit, this race war spirit is coming back to America, man. Okay. As a black invention embodied in the riots and unrest of 1960s, but in the early 20th century, it was more frequently Edomites in the North who were violently defending turf along racial lines. Okay, so now you see why it's underlined, because what? In this time, what you had the Ku Klux Klan, all right? Because Esau Edom, he was in his power, bro. These days are over with, bro. All right, now you got Jake. You see these Edomite cops. Now you got Jake. You got Jake cops, man. Okay. You think even though Jake bugged out because he done, but Jake, you know, the spirit on Jake to get into this law enforcement and dominate, man. But then you don't think Jake's still spiritual? All right, that's why this race war spirit is coming back, bro. Jake gonna start giving up the bats because he got a family he got to take care of, and then let alone if one of these Jakes done came across the truth, one of these cops came across the truth. All right, and he called on YAHAWASHI and be a part of the elect. You through. It don't matter what nobody do, bro. The elect is gonna get the victory, and you other nations are doomed, bro. Okay? Joel 2:28. The Spirit of the Lord is being poured out, bro. Prophecy must be fulfilled, not our opinions, because the heart is deceivable above all things. It's not about what we say. It's about what the scriptures say, bro. It says racial residential segregation rose to levels never seen before in the United States, doubling between 1880 and 1940. With most of that growth focused in cities, the ghetto was forming in order to resolve two crises. Okay? So the ghettos were being, this is why the ghettos were being formed. Okay? So that Jake can be what? The lower wage, all right? Okay? Or the first fired, last hired, okay? Or the moved into the cities where nobody dwelt, okay? First was the crisis of the Edomite mind, and blackness was the thought to be a threat in need of control. Dang, bro, Esau wicked. The second was a crisis of capital, as raising wages for Edomite males were perceived by factory owners as a threat to profitability. This put black laborers in an impossible position. All right. They were confined to the worst neighborhoods while also earning significantly less money than their Edomite counterparts, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, this man got hell to pay for it, bro. Hell to pay for it, bro. But like I say, this is a beautiful article, bro. You know, I would go on, but I don't want to make this too long. I'm already 30 minutes in, bro. I don't even feel like I've been 30 minutes in. It's just a spirit. But I'm going to go ahead and close out, man. The Lord's will, this could be edifying to you younger Akim, bro. That's all I want, man. Lord's will. This is Isaiah chapter 5. Because the point of this lesson is YAHAWASHI did this unto us, man. All right, put the heathen over us, man. The scriptures say no power is given unto you but what the Father gives. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Sirach the 10th chapter says the power of the earth is in the hands of the Lord. All right, and in due time he will lift up one that is profitable. All right. And in the book of Psalms it says he putteth down one and setteth up another. And we're coming into the time where the Lord is getting ready to set up YAHAWASHI HAMASHIA's kingdom on the planet earth in the elect. All right, in the 1/3. All right, and through that, the 2/3 will come back and all you nations going into slavery, man. All right, get right to the point. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 4. It says, what could have been done more to my vineyard that I have not done in it? All right, and this is YAHAWASHI speaking, man. Isaiah 5:4. What could have been done more to my vineyard? What is the vineyard? The vineyard is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the biblical Hebrew Israelites in the slums and the ghettos and the projects, man. Poor, living paycheck to paycheck, man. All right? Struggling. All right? You struggling to survive, but every time you get up for work, you putting on a smile in front of all these people knowing ain't shit happy, man. Ain't shit to be smiling about. All right? And we know that. I already know that. We know that, bro. All right? We're under curses, man. When I looked that it should bring forth grapes, right? Fruit, righteousness, brought it forth wild grapes. So what? The vineyard being what? You jakes, bringing forth wild grapes, man. All right? So the Lord, the point of me bringing out this precept is YAHAWASHI. All right, he's the planter, man. In the vineyard consists of majority of you bad grapes, man. Okay, and the Lord YAHAWASHI is the one that did this, man. Put us in the condition that we in. All right. Why is that? Let's get this in Proverbs. All right, Proverbs 13:18. Poverty, all right. Poverty and shame shall be to him that refuseth instruction. All right, and who is that? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Amos 3:1. You only have I known. Therefore I will punish you for your iniquities, man. All right? And sin is transgressing of the law. And that's why we're here serving our enemies in captivity, what's to be captivated. All right? Matter of fact, let's get this real quick, too. And this is why our people always been fell in Black Wall Street, Black Panthers, anything black, Black Hebrew, anything that's black is going to fail because black is not a nationality, man. Black is simply a color, all right? A shade, man. That's it, okay? And guess what? The word black literally means void of light. So you not black, man, because you are the light. Let your light shine. This is captivity in the etymology. It says state of being a prisoner. All right. So you Jakes are in captivity spiritually and physically, because we brought with a price. And Apostle Paul said, I am a prisoner of hope. I am a prisoner of YAHAWASHI. So if you don't want to believe or not, Romans 3:3, and then you physically are in captivity because you ain't ruling. All right. Jump down to the point. It says caught, take prisoner. All right. To take, hold, seize. And we have been seized, man. We have been besieged. All right. Subjection, bondage, servitude. That's why we are subject to payments, man. All right. And we subject to going off. Because Romans 8 tell you the flesh, all right, the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation, man. All right. That's why Apostle Paul said, it is not me, all right, that sinneth, but sin that dwelleth in me. Okay. Read that again. Proverbs 13:18. Poverty and shame shall be to him that refuseth instruction. That's the whole head, man. That's why we are covered in poverty and shame. All right. Our unprofitable service. All right. We are unprofitable servants, man. That's what we're supposed to be doing. It says, but he that regardeth reproof shall be honored. And what the Lord is lifting up the humble. From Elder Apostle to on down. Last precepts in the book of James. James chapter 2, I'm going to start verse 5. Through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. It says, hearken, my beloved brethren, right, the elect of Israel. All right. The elect of so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American Indians, who the Most High will have mercy on in these last days to save, man, and redeem. In the time of Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation, and the downfall of Esau, Edom, and his structure of his one world order, all right, which will come to naught according to Job 14, all right, in multiple scriptures, man, Job 20 and 22, okay, in the fullness of his sufficiency, all right. Hearken, my beloved brethren, have not YAHAWAH chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom, which he hath promised to them that love him. All right. But ye have despised the poor. Do not rich men oppress you and draw you before the judgment seat? So that's the question to the whole head. We are all under subjection, man. What's that? Romans 13 chapter, man. We all under this damn Edomite, man. All right, and until YAHAWASHI come back and return, all right, and get us out of these chains of darkness, bro, we gonna forever be in subjection. All right. This is why we in the ghettos and the poor. But guess what? We gonna be that new Jerusalem descending out of heaven, adorned as a bride adorned for her husband, bro. Because what we are always likening to the eyes of the Heavenly Father as a comely and delicate woman. The Lord said that in the book of Jeremiah, man. The law says to put away a woman that have committed adultery. But I, the Lord, say, return unto me. YAHAWASHI said, return unto him, man. We were brought here on cargo slave ships, but cargo slave ships, but we leaving here in spiritual spaceships, man. Shalom. Tweaking.